Darren, thanks for coming back. I know the night didn't go how you wanted to. You know, I'm sure the emotions are, kind of all over the place since, it's finally come to an end. But give me your thoughts on the night and just where your head's at right now.
Obviously, it's not the ending I wanted, but that's life. You don't always get the ending you want. I had a chance to do it at least. Most people don't get that chance. So I wanted my happy ending, but shoot, man, I've had so many happy endings in my life. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I have my health, I have my family. It's emotional, but man, was it a fun ride.
Yeah. And I know, a lot of us that are so used to watching the damage thing that I know a lot of people are like, could you have let it go a little bit longer? Did you feel that the stoppage was where you would have? Are you happy with where the stoppage was, or would you have liked to have taken a little more? Because it looked like you turned and like you were starting to go into a wrestling mode.
I came back. I mean, I dropped weird, so I understand that. But I felt like I came to, maybe when I landed, I came to the right way. Because, I was like, I'm wrestling back up, and he stopped it. I would like to go longer. Do I think it's a horrible stoppage? No, I don't think it's a great stoppage. But, I mean, sometimes I've had it the other way. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's a tough job on the refs. I know a lot of times we're quick to yell at them, but at the end of the day, they are worried about your safety. They are worried about trying to make sure that you're good. So
I let my guard down. He got me he looped me. He gave me with a good hook. So at the end of the day, that was kind of my fault too. So.
Yep. And I know it wasn't the ending, but now that we know that the end is here and it is now. When you look back on things, I know it didn't end how it is, but when you look back on your career. Are you happy with how it went? I know it could have been better tonight, but are you happy with your career?
I am. I've had a lot of good moments. I've made so many good friends.
It's okay, brother. Take your time. It's all good.
Yes, I'm proud of myself. I'm a guy from Indiana, small town, and nobody's done this in my town like this before, so I did things that most people haven't even thought about, so I am proud.
And I know you gave a good shout out to your team. I know you made a point to thank everybody for what they put in for you, but if I gave you another chance to kind of thank the people that supported you, I'd love to give you the floor so to give you some thanks to the people that have helped you to get here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, my coaches, I got to thank Danny Castile, Chris Holdsworth, Joey Rodriguez, even guys that's been in my life before, like Keith Winooski, he's the one that got me into fighting, Steve Colon. He's been in my corner for a long time. Everybody from Dumoulin Valtudo, everybody from Carlson Gracie Academy. I gotta thank everybody from Team Alpha Male. I gotta thank everybody from Holdsworth Jiu Jitsu. I mean, it goes on and on. Things I can be grateful for. My family. My family's been going on these trips for 16 years. We've traveled all over together. It's been a real blessing, real fun. So I got to thank my family, my cousins, my great uncle, my brothers. Like I said, Local 597, they supported me from the beginning. I'm a union pipe fighter by trade. I did 10 years of it. I want to thank, like I said, Uriah Faber. He's the man. He's watched after me for a long time, and he's done nothing but good things. So I got to thank Faber, and there's a lot to be thankful about because those guys have had my back through the ups and downs. You see who your friends really are when you in this game because you're gonna have the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. If they love you when you're low, then they're the real ones.
Yeah. And I know you mentioned your children. I apologize if I get their names wrong. You mentioned Emma and DJ out there. When you, now that this part of your life, this chapter is ending, you move things forward, when they look back upon what that you were able to represent and do in this time period, what do you hope that they take away from what they saw Dad do through all this time?
One is never give up on yourself. And through hard work, you can do anything. Those are the two things I want them to know.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Darren.
Thank you.
Darren, thanks for taking time. I appreciate that we got to chat, all of us here with you on Wednesday, and you mentioned for people to remember you as a warrior, so I'm going to give you your flowers, that you didn't pull guard, you didn't play it safe. You went in there like the damage would.
Yes.
So thank you for that. Thank you for a fantastic career. The walkout song was awesome. Johnny Cash, how come? I mean, it's amazing, but why did you choose that one?
I just felt like that was, I've heard it a lot lately, and I felt like, man, that's the one. When I heard it, I'm like, man, that's the one. That's nothing's going to keep me down. Keep going.
Absolutely. How great is it that you've opened up the doors for any little boy or little girl in your corner of the world, Indiana, that could say, this is crazy, this is a ridiculous dream, why would you even think that? But you made it happen. That one day somebody will owe you, not that you want that, but they will have to give you your credit that you opened up that door, you blasted it open, and thanks to you, someone from that part of the States will be able to follow your path and one day make it to the UFC.
Yeah, man, that's the plan. I've seen a lot of people in Indiana starting to really get bigger, and like the coaches I named, Steve, he still has a really good gym, and he's building a lot of good fighters, and they're starting to believe that could happen. You go from like, oh, this is never going to happen. We're like, man, Darren did it. Yeah, I can do it. So I hope that's the case. I hope I inspire people in life. I like to inspire people in life. I like to help people out. That's why I think I'm going to do some coaching, is because I like sharing the knowledge I have. Nothing but just, I like to just help people. I mean, that's who I am.
That's awesome, man. And how great that legacy will live forever. We'll always see those highlights, those videos, those packages. Now that it's over, how were you able to keep the emotions in check? Because this has been one crazy week, right? Like leading into it, but we're here now. You can finally breathe.
Well, it's just the competitor in me. I knew I had to be razor focused, and I knew there's going to be distractions, and I knew there's going to be a lot of emotions, but the professional I am, I clock in, and then I clock out. That's just the same way I've done everything in life. Pipe fitting, everything. Show up early, clock out.
Yes, sir. Blue collar in the cage, blue collar outside.
That's the way I've always been.
Thank you.
Hard work, blue collar, all of it.
Thank you for being a great ambassador to the sport, someone everybody could look up to. And well done, sir. You did it.
Thank you.
Hey, Darren, I want to say congratulations on an amazing career. All right. Just want to ask you, how are you feeling right now?
Emotional. I mean, there's a lot of things going in my head. Life goes fast. I mean, 16 years is a long time, but man, did it fly by. It really did. So I'm feeling a little bit relieved, though. I'm kind of looking forward to the next chapter of my life. It's a young man's game. I knew that. I stuck around for probably a little bit longer than I should have, but I loved it so much. I was like, we'll do a little bit more. So, do I regret it? No. Should I probably retired? Probably a little bit sooner. Maybe after the Daniel Pineda one would have been kind of cool, but I got greedy. But the emotions, it's a pretty emotional week, so.
Yeah, and I bet. And I just want to ask, what would you like to say to your fans that have supported you from the beginning all the way to the end?
Man, I love them. I love them. They knew what I was about. I wasn't the flashiest. I wasn't a freak athlete, but man, did I show heart and grit, true grit.
I know you wanted to say, you said what's next for Darren Elkins is you want to coach, right? What's one thing that you would want your students to learn from Darren Elkins?
The one thing I've learned, I haven't been like I said, the best athlete. I'm not the fastest, but I've always outworked people. That's who I am in life. And I feel like that's the one thing, you know, if you want it, you gotta work for it. It's not gonna come easy, but you gotta work hard for it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Champ, congratulations for your amazing career. I just want to ask you, what do you want to say in this moment to the UFC, in this moment at the end of your career?
Thank you. I mean, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here, to show who I am, to keep stepping in the octagon, for believing in me, you know. Those guys, I've always got along with everybody at the UFC. I'm a guy they know. I'm going to show up. I'm going to clock in. I'm going to give everything I have. I'm going to make weight. I'm going to be on time. I'm not going to complain. I never complain. So they knew who I was, and I knew who they were. So we had a great relationship. I know I have not really anything to say bad about the UFC. I've had some really good experiences with them.
Thank you so much, Champ.
Sir.
Thank you.